Hey, Coach, if you can make an opening statement, then we'll open it up for questions.
Well, I'm thrilled for our team. In this league, the emotional roller coaster that you can get on can really, really take its toll on you mentally. But I give our guys credit, like I told them, preparing, after the Rutgers game, going into Illinois, very, very good attention to detail. I think our guys are really together and we're getting better. And then, after a hard overtime game the other night, to be able to get back up here today and play another really good team like Iowa and be able to find a way, hopefully gives us a shot in the arm and gives us some confidence that we need. But total team effort today, and that's not really coach speak. I mean, there wasn't one guy that checked in that game today that didn't do something to help us at a different time in the game. And I think that's the testament to their work ethic. I think our staff has done a really good job of just keep plugging away and getting guys better. And we have a number of guys right now, I think, that are really helping and contributing when, you can't really withstand some of the numbers that we had, for portions of the game. We couldn't do that earlier in the year. If our guards didn't play, particularly almost perfect at times, we would never have the opportunity to be in the game. And tonight, especially in the first half, I thought Anthony and Trey, Christian, Jordan, those guys did a really good job for us and changed the game. They've done it a number of times. In both games against Iowa, our bench has really done a great job.
Kevin.
Yeah, Coach, you cleared things out for Armand at the last shot. Was that A, what you wanted, and B, what does it say about his confidence level for him to, mental toughness for him to come through after, starting 1 for 9?
Yeah, we're able to get Armand the ball there. If you're going to be able to take the last shot and the clock is winding down, as long as you get the last one, that's the guy we wanted to get the ball to. We're going to try to create a little ball screen action high on the floor, see if we can get a switch late clock because he's our best guy, most physical guy, being able to get to the basket, draw a foul. Did the same thing against Illinois. This one, he did a good job, though. He didn't overforce it. Thought he just took a nice little mid-range pull-up. That's part of Armand's game. He's very good at it. And then when it left his hands, it looked good. Thankful that it went in. Overtime may have been a little bit too much for us, but thankful to get the stop. Being able to get the stop leading into that, I think, is just as important. But, yes, Armand, I'm not worried about his confidence. I mean, he's a guy that knows we need him to play well. Today wasn't his best day, but he stayed ready, made a couple good plays. You look at the stat line, he rebounded, had some assists, made a big shot at the end of the game to win the game.
Zach.
I guess kind of in that vein, too, Rob also hits a big shot there late. Just what did it say about both of those guys that maybe on a day where I imagine both of them probably felt they could shoot it better, that when it mattered, they kind of knocked them down?
Yeah, Rob's was a big one. Rob's was probably, obviously Armand's finished it off, but Rob hit a huge shot. We were in a little trouble there, and he rose up and hit a big three for us off the bounce. And Rob, had stuff with it. Didn't have his best outing, didn't have his best week, but I thought he had a good finish to the game. And I think just in general, though, us being able to absorb them not playing particularly well and win the game is a huge step for us. That hasn't always been the case, that we're able to absorb some guys who've played a lot of minutes early in the year and don't play as well. And we don't play our bench, and at the end of the day, we don't get it done. And I think that we've come a long way in that regard.
Greg.
About the bench and the depth you guys have, is that a reason to think that you can build on this or something here to go forward with?
Yeah, there's no question about it. I like where our team is at just in terms of our work ethic. It's like I told our guys the other day in a staff meeting, just talking about practice. I mean, we prepare hard right now to have great days in practice because we know our team can continue to kind of get better. And sometimes that's difficult in February to get a team that's had some ups and downs to come with a great attitude, bring it every day, work at it, and prepare. But we haven't had that problem. I mean, our guys have been competed in practice. Our guys have worked really hard. We're trying our best to make some individual guys a little bit more confident and better. And I think over the course of time, we've gotten to the point here in February where we're very confident in playing anybody on our team. And today was a good example. I think our bench, 4 freshmen, all 4 of them played double-figure minutes, and all 4 of them played an important role in the win. So as we continue to grow, this is a month when different players can really emerge. This is the month when the games mean the most. And to be able to start, the back half of a 20-game league schedule with a win in the back half is important. And I think as we go into this week and the weeks after, feeling good coming out of this one and really playing hard all week. That's what I feel best about more than anything is we're playing hard all week. And we're going to have to stay with it and keep grinding away. It's a league of inches, but if you get a win in this league, man, it really, really counts a lot.
Tyler.
Coach, I guess in general, and then also just specifically this year, with this group of freshmen, what's most rewarding for you as a coach, just to kind of see them just grow through from when you get them in the summer?
I mean, all young guys, you see them go through the worst of times when it's their basketball careers. Usually every single freshman that comes to an Indiana is going to be a very highly regarded player that's had a lot go right for them. And the minute that they step on campus, it's the first time, really in their young adult lives that things get really hard. And I think, watching these four guys go through their ups and downs, watching them have some success, watching them really struggle. I mean, if you look at Christian Lander right now, I mean, he's saving us in a couple games this week. I mean, especially tonight, he made some plays for us. A month ago, he was really struggling. And to his credit, as a young person, to be able to come to practice every day, to be able to lift weights extra, to be able to get in the gym extra with the coaches, to care that much about, staying with it, you see, those rewards that you want to have happen for him so much. So Jordan Geronimo, very similar story. I mean, right now he looks like a totally different guy for us than he did, 4 weeks ago. And I think, to watch those guys come in, get hit around, get knocked down, it's not easy. Sometimes guys just pick up and leave. Sometimes they don't ever get back up. These four guys have hung with it good, and they've made us better. Not to say the other guys on the team aren't working the same way, but in particular, if you're talking about the freshmen, you see them at their worst, really at the youngest part of their adult lives. And when they're able to see some good out of the work that they put in, that's really rewarding.
Alec.
Hey, Coach. Race Thompson, 3 straight games in double figures. Another obviously big outing tonight, and then 5 out of the last 6. What does he do offensively that kind of gives you guys another spark when he has that scoring punch?
Race does his job, man. He does what you ask him to do. And he's where he's supposed to be, when he's supposed to be there. He's in the right spots. He takes coaching. I think as the season has evolved, he's come a much more confident low post scorer. And sometimes he's getting a matchup in the game that's favorable for him, for his physicality. I think the thing that he's doing a great job of right now is he's really moving the ball and making other guys better within our offense. But he's offensive rebounding. He's playing the other guy's front court player as much as he needs to. He does everything for us. And the fact that he's playing well right now, to me, gives us great confidence. He's turned into a real leader. Of any player I've ever been around, I'm not sure I've been around a guy who's evolved more from the first day he's got on campus till today. Not even as a player, but just a person. He's really grown up, matured. He's turned into a leader. But he does it all for us, and he doesn't say anything about it. He'll come to practice tomorrow, and he'll be ready to go. To me, he's, if not the most improved player in our league this year, he's right there. He's one of a few guys.
Last 2 questions, Tom, then Jeff.
Archie, for the first 38 minutes of this game, Al and Rob and Armand were a combined 1 for 23 shooting. And you got some big ones down the stretch there. Now, obviously, with the way the freshmen were playing, I mean, from a confidence level, you threw them right back out there for the last couple of 3 minutes. I mean, was there any thoughts in your mind, too, of where you were at with them?
Yeah, I mean, I think that in the course of the game, you could tell that, Armand clearly, Rob clearly, to me, didn't have a rhythm. I thought Al played well. He had some good looks. They didn't go down, but he played hard offensively. And I think Al did a really good job for us of being able to kind of, withstand it a little bit, especially defensively. But Christian and Galloway and Leal, they've all contributed. They gave us opportunities. But when we got into that last 8, 7, 6 minutes, you start to go with your gut in terms of we're going to need stops. We're going to need the ability to see if we can't get some stops. And let's not let the game sort of break away, giving them some easy ones. And I thought more than anything, we continued to kind of buckle down. And, Rob, Armand, you trust those guys defensively. And I think that sort of helped us get to the finish line with some defensive stops to transition opportunities, made a couple hustle plays. But, Rob's shot, biggest one of the game. Armand's shot obviously ended it, but I think Rob's shot may have been bigger. And I also think Trace, Trace wasn't having a great night at the line. He banged 2 big free throws for us there late as well. And, so we made some winning plays, which is good to see, because at the end of the day on Tuesday night, it was the opposite. We didn't make enough winning plays.
Last question, Jeff.
Yeah, I wanted to get your thoughts on how Trace is playing this season. 17-12 again. He's on the Wooden late season top 20 watch list. Your thoughts on how well he's playing and his consistency throughout the year?
Well, he's had to take a large load. When you remove Joe Brunk from our team, we become a lot thinner and his legs become a lot heavier because of the minutes that he has to play, especially as you're getting into February here when the games really matter. He's not fresh. I mean, he's had to take the load every night. And, this is a tough week going against Garza, going against Kofi in there. And I thought he responded well tonight when we really needed him. He wasn't good early. I don't think he's getting off to great starts. I think he finishes games really well for us, but he rebounded tonight. He had 9 defensive rebounds tonight this afternoon, which was great for us. He was able to go up and get some balls with 2 hands that we haven't been able to get here recently, but he's a first-team all-conference player. He's an All-American. If you look at his usage, his numbers, his percentages, what we've asked him to do, and what he's been able to put up in the best league in the country, it speaks to the accolades. But I will say this. I think he's got another gear in him. I think he's got another bounce in him coming. And I think his best ball is ahead as the season continues to keep going. And I think he can actually play better, as crazy as it sounds. Every game that we play and we watch on film, you look at the stat sheet, he gets 17 and 12. You watch the film and say, man, he could have had 30. He could have had 25. You're always in that mode of wanting him to do more. So we'll keep pushing him. He keeps working. He keeps learning. He knows what we're up against here every night in, night out. And he knows that he's the focal point of what the other team is having to bring against him every game. But he's doing a good job of handling it. And Trace's best attribute is every single day he's the same. Whether we win or lose, whether he plays good or bad, at the end of the day, you know what you're getting with Trace, which is his best attribute. He's going to come to work and he wants to do what you ask him to do. And he's a great teammate.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much.
Thank you.